Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. Your sponsor, Nishba Sam Yakashom Nabasitzchok. We're holding in Shavuos Daf Yud. We're starting from the two dots, by the third down the Mudalef. For me, so the Gemara is going to continue darshaning the machlekes we had in the Mishnah. Remember how the Mishnah concluded and told us. According to Rabbi Yehuda, the Seir Chodesh and the Seir Regalim, they're mechaper, someone has no idea at all. According to Rabbi Shimon, it's divided. The Seir Chodesh is mechaper on Tor she'ochal satam. Tor who ate a tamid piece of Kodesh. Seir Regalim is mechaper, someone who has no idea at all. And then you have Seir Chitza Yom Kippur, who's mechaper, someone who didn't have idea b'tchila, v'yesh lo idea b'soif. Then you have the Seir Apnimi Yom Kippurim, Amish yesh lo idea b'tchila, ve'ein lo idea b'soif. That's what's divided according to B'shir. Rameh says Rosh Chodesh, Regalim, and Seir Nasa b'chutz of Yom Kippur, they're all equal. The mechaper, someone who is mechaper all three. Someone who didn't have idea b'tchila, yesh lo idea b'soif. Someone who had no idea at all, and Torah she'ochal satam. All three are included. Says the Gemara, my time with Yarmir. What's the reason of Yarmir? Cross Seir Vesir. This goes back to the Joshua mentioned in the previous daf. It says Vesir with a Vav. The Vesir with a Vav is coming to tell you that Parsha Moyanim starts with Rosh Chodesh, and it says the next Parsha Vesir to come and equate them. No, I have a hekesh to each other. One of them says everyone learns from each other, which means that all of them learn from Rosh Chodesh, and then Rosh Chodesh learns from Sukkot, and Pesach learns from Rosh Chodesh. Rashi says you have that Sukkot learns from Yom Kippur, and each one learns from each other, and then they learn to each other. We have a din by Kotcher, as we mentioned in yesterday's daf, that a hekesh can't learn from each other. You can't learn the hekesh, one hekesh, and learn another hekesh. I want to learn it now from each other. I'm learning hekesh from hekesh. So why are the kasha? They're all learning from the first one hekesh. And yesterday's daf we mentioned the Tosis brings this question. So the question of the Gemara. The Gemara says the word Veseir with the Vav is written in most Moyadim. But it says Yom Kippurim the Chtipa Veseir Mino. What about it says Yom Kippur? Shavuos Yom Kippur doesn't say Veseir. And the Rav Yoino Makor Eila Tasu Hashem Be Moyadechem Kshu Kol Moyadim Kulam Zelazeh. It says Moyadechem. It's a special hekesh. All the Moyadim mukesh each other. You learn whatever you have in one, you have the other. That's why you have all the kaparas and all of them. Says the Gemara about Rosh Chodesh la Moyedu. Rosh Chodesh is not a Moyed. Says the Gemara, even Rosh Chodesh Nami Yikri Moyed. Rosh Chodesh is also a Moyed. Abai Tammuz Daishaito Malyu. How do you know the Moyed, the Rosh Chodesh called Moyed? From Rosh Chodesh of. Because the Gemara has a cheshbon to say they took their 40 days from Yudzayin Tammuz until Tisha B'Av. Those are the 40 days that Meraglim went to Eretz Yisrael. So it was not 40 days, it's 39 days. So the more no, that year, they added one more day to Rosh Chodesh. The Tammuz was not 29 days, it was 30 days. The Moyed, which was Rosh Chodesh, was moved in order for the day that the Meraglim came back as Tisha B'Av, which is the day which was more the Puanos. So the Rosh Chodesh is called Moyed. Korah Moyed, is called Rosh Chodesh called Moyed. From here, the Rosh Chodesh called Moyed. This we'll talk about in the Shomach Shon Nadav, where Tzaddik points out that specifically Rosh Chodesh of is Rosh Chodesh which is called the Moyed. Because the Moyed of Rosh Chodesh is the fact that you have something broken that needs to be fixed. Like the Lavanas, we learned in the previous daf, the Lavana is small and it has to be bigger. So the Moyed of Rosh Chodesh refers to Tisha B'Av, which also Am Yisrael has something broken which has to be fixed. And we mark and Be'ez Hashem in the Shomach Shon Nadav. Says that's all. The three that are equal to each other is Seir Rosh Chodesh, Seir Regalim, And Sayir Nasa B'chutz of Yom Kippur. Kippur we mentioned there's 3 Sayir. The Sayir La'azazel, which we're not referring to so much until we get to the end of the Mishnah. And then we have Sayir Nasa B'fim and Sayir Nasa B'chutz. Sayir Nasa B'chutz, Ramei old, is equal to Rosh Chodesh Regalim. But Sayir Nasa B'fim, which was done in Kodesh Kodashim, that we don't have the din of that it has everything else. There it's only Shein L'Yidiyah Yesh L'Yidiyah B'tchil Ve'en L'Yidiyah B'Sof. So who no mechaber kabara, so vein mechaber kabara, so it's unique. Who no mechaber kabara, so kabara achas mechaber, vein mechaber shte kabaras, because they had only one kabara, it does not two. Heaven have a kabara, so v'kol achas b'shana, kabara zul tiyeh la'achas b'shana. That kabara that you keep it does only once a year. Tale nam yachal shem yediyah lebetchila v'lebesuf. So you have no idea at all. Shem yediyah betchila v'yesh v'yediyah b'suf. It doesn't have idea beginning, but it doesn't have idea b'suf, which will never go to occur. These 3, Sir Regalim, Sir Shechadashim, Sir Nasa B'chutz B'chutz, B'chapri, Divrei Meir. These are the 3. V'yilu she'asir Nasa B'fim Shiryo, the Kapar Salam Yishayo. We didn't mention Sir Nasa B'fim, and he mentioned the Kapar that the Sir does B'fim. That's what we learned. It's only these 3, not Sir Nasa B'fim. Good. So my Shimon says, now Gemara goes back in the Mishnah. If you remember the Mishnah goes back and quotes from Shimon again. So quote from Shimon itself. I'll tell you one more time. Let me repeat what I just said. Everyone has his own kapar. So when Bishra Rosh Chodesh and Mechaber they're going. Rosh Chodesh says, Rosh Chodesh doesn't do the kapar of the regular. What? Why? So go to Amar Ko, Ovoin. Oh, and Echad Dunois Savenos Sishti Avoinos, we mentioned this Josh on yesterday's daf. It says, Avoin is a mute, only one of it. El der Regalim Mechaper Adur Shechadashim. Why don't you say the Seir Regalim will be Mechaper, the same kapar that Rosh Chodesh does, Torah Shachas Atame? Amar Ko, Oisa Noise Avoin, Ven Acher Noise Avoin. It says, Oisa, by Rosh Chodesh, again, we mentioned yesterday's daf, Oisa means only the one of Rosh Chodesh, and not the one of Regalim. This was the God of Mechaper Yom Kippurim. Now Regalim won't Mechaper Yom Kippurim. Amar Ko, Achas B'Shana. Kapar Zul Tiyeh La'achas B'Shana. To Joshua mentioned a few times that Kapar Yom Kippur is only once a year. Yom Kippurim Mechaper Regalim. Why don't you say that Yom Kippur should be Mechaper on the Inyan of Regalim? Shein Yediyah Lo B'Tchila V'Lo B'Sof. Amar Ko, Achas. Kapar Achas Mechaper and Mechaper Shte Kaparas. It says when it says Achas B'Shana, Rashi learns there's 2 Achas B'Shana. One tells you it does it only once, and it does only one Kapar. The other one tells you it's only once a year. One second. Achas B'Shana that we're mentioning in the Pasuk is referring to Seir Nasa B'fim, that there's no machlekes. Everybody agrees that Seir that was done in Kodesh Kodashim is done only for Yom Kippur. I'm talking about Seir Nasa B'chutz. The Seir was done outside B'Savitosh. How do you know there only does one? So in the same Pasuk it says over there, Milvad David Ubeis Chatas Kippurim Itkush Chitz Lepimi. So we talk about Milvad Chatas Kippur that we're doing outside. So we have a Hekish. So we learn from each other. The same way the Pnimi is only one. So Yom Kippur, also the Chitz is only one. And that's the Achas that we learn for the Chitz. So what Shimon ben Yehuda during Mishnah. Remember in the Mishnah, what Shimon ben Yehuda said? Shimon ben Yehuda said in the name of Reb Shimon that it goes like this. Rosh Chodesh does only one kapara. Torah Shachas Atame. Regalim does that kapara plus another kapara of Einli Dila B'Tchila V'Lo B'Sof. Then Seir Shnasa B'chut of Yom Kippur, it does the first 2 and it does a third one as well. It does also Einli Dila B'Tchila V'Yesh L'Yidiyah B'Sof. So everyone adds each other. Rosh Chodesh is only 1, Regalim is 2, and Yom Kippur is 3. Says the Gemara, My Shnoda Rosh Chodesh Dor Mechaper Dor Regalim. Right, Rosh Chodesh does only 1 and not regular as well. So does one of it. We agree to that drush. They're going down to the Chaper of the Shechadashim. So we're going to Shabbat Mechaper and Shchedish. Don't we call Oisa, Avoin. It says Oisa. Oisa is only 1. So more Oisa than Mashal. He doesn't agree with the drush of Oisa. My Shadow we're going to Mechaper and Yom Kippurim. Why is we going to Mechaper and Yom Kippur? Don't we call Achas B'Shana Kapar Zotia Lachas B'Shana. That's a drush he does agree. Yachid Yom Kippur Namel Mechaper the Regalim. So Yom Kippur Sham Mechaper and Regalim. Achas Ktiv Kapor Achas Mechaper. Achas Ktiv Kapor Achas Mechaper Mechaper Shtei Kapor is the same drush we said before. Achas the Mashvalei doesn't agree with Achas. Why does not agree with Achas? So as Rashi points out, he says two twice. Because it says Achas twice. It dashes only the second one, not the first one. Why? Am I the Chitiv Achas says Gemara? Besir Nasa Bifim Ktiv. It's only Besir Nasa Bifim, and he's not Makish. Well, the Gemara just mentioned a few lines ago. It's only the inside one, not the outside one. He doesn't do the Hekesh we said before. So also the same way regalim Shebechaber Yom Kippur. The Chitiv Achas Bashono Besir Nasa Bifim Ktiv. The same Achas it says by Besir Nasa Bifim works in both. So why are you saying the regalim doesn't work in Yom Kippur, Yom Kippur does work on regalim? He does agree with Achas. Shani Achad Amakov V'Chiper Aaron Al Karnoisov Achas Bashana Karnoises Becha Primi Hu De Mechaber Achas the Chaber Achas Mechaber V'Ru Chaber Shekaparis Hadechitza V'Lushtei Kaparis. He does dash a Chitza Primi, and therefore he learns Achas Bashana does apply to Chitza that only Yom Kippur does it and not Regalim. I agree with it. Hi, so why does he dash it that Yom Kippur could do only one Kapar and not more? Now, according to him, Yom Kippur does 3 Kaparas, because when it says Achas, they do only once. What is it referred to? It says in the pasuk, the Chipar Aaron Karnos Achas Bashano, the Achas that we're talking about, speaking about the Mizbeach. The Mizbeach is Pnimi, is inside. There it says Achas. Karnos Mizbeach, it says Karnos Sof, and you're coming to your mind. So we do dash the drasha. So just to understand, the word Achas Bashana is written twice. One Achas Bashana refers to Chitzur Primi to tell you this kapara we don't only Yom Kippur and not any other day of the year. The other Achas Bashana to tell you that this kapara Kippur will be only one kapara and not more refers only to Primi, not to Chitzur, according to Rabbi Shimon ben Yehuda in the name of Shimon. So that was with this we concluded the drushes that we have in all the shittas of the Mishnah. Now we're going to start the next story. Really, this is the beginning of next story. It goes to the next half. But let's start the first 2 lines, just a concept, and then we're going to continue with this tonight and the daf tonight. Timidim shelo yutzruchu letzibur. What is timidim shelo yutzruchu letzibur? So Rashi explains like this: every day for korban hatamid, you need to have 6 animals ready. Why? Because how many tamidim you need a day? You need to have 2. And you want to have a replacement for them. So the way the Chazal darsha for the psukim, the replacement that you have is you always have 2 more days. So if everything is okay, you will use it within 3 days. Every day you'll use 2. But if you need to replace them, you have a double replacement. Every one of the tamidim has a double replacement. So that's why there's always going to be 6 in the pen. Now, when it comes to Chodesh Nisan, you have to start a new count. So whatever was left from last year, during the year, I put tamidim aside. I put them on today. Today is Yud Gimel Iyar. Tomorrow's Yudal Iyar Pesach Sheni. So I have 6 animals ready. I use you 2 today. 2 I'll use tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll bring 2 more. It'll have 6 again. And that's what you do every day. But when you get to Rosh Chodesh Nisan, you have to do a Tshuva Chadash. You have to bring everything for the new money. So when it comes Erev Rosh Chodesh Nisan, you have 6 animals, you use 2, you have left with 4 that you can now use for the next year. That's a Rashi learns. Other Rishonim bring other pshat if they say, I think Rashi also brings the name of his Rebbe, they were talking about just in a case that they took a tabit and it got lost, and they brought a new one, and then they found it. So I have now an extra tabit, shelo yutzruch letzibur, the tzibur doesn't need it. What do you do with it? Says the Gemara, Nivdim tmidim. I can redeem it. Now, usually the regular concept is when I have a korban, the korban has to have a blemish in order to redeem it. You can't just redeem a korban which is intact with no more. The chiddush of Rabbi Yochanan is if it's tmidim shelo yutzruchu letzibur, I can be paid it even though it's has no blemish. Yosef Rav Rav quotes this shmuel. Who's going to listen to you when you're Rabbi Yochanan? Where did the Kedusha go? How can you redeem it? When you have a Hekdesh whose Kedusha is a goof, you can't redeem it. So how did the Kedusha just evaporate? And now you can redeem it? right? So that's what he's coming to ask. Where did the Kedusha go? So to come and say a Chiddush, that you have Tvidim, and the Tvidim are going to be redeemable, we usually can't redeem Kodesh Kodashim, so we're here to the Kedusha with. That's the question, and this is going to go to the Sugi B'Yeshiva to the next half. At the end of the dam, the next half, we'll see how it connects back to our Sugyo and why the Gemara goes into it. But this is the Sugyo of redeeming Korbanos Tmimim that we're starting right now. Everyone have a wonderful day, and we'll see each other B'Yeshiva tonight.